Hello everyone. This is your daily crypto news update for February 11th, 2026. Let's break down what happened in the crypto market over the past 24 hours and what it implies about current positioning. The crypto market is facing renewed selling pressure, with major assets slipping and sentiment remaining cautious. Bitcoin moved below key psychological levels, reflecting weakened short-term momentum and reduced risk appetite across both retail and institutional participants. However, spot Bitcoin ETFs have continued to post net inflows over the past 3 sessions, roughly $166 million in total. This divergence between price weakness and ETF accumulation suggests that while short-term traders are defensive, longer-term capital may be selectively building exposure through regulated channels. Bitcoin traded below $68,000, declining roughly 2.8 to 3% over the last 24 hours. The move followed recent short-term highs and reflects repositioning ahead of upcoming U.S. inflation and labor market data. Buyers emerged around the mid-$67,000 range, providing partial stabilization. This indicates that support remains active, though upside momentum remains limited. Importantly, ETF flows have nearly offset prior outflows, signaling that institutional participation has not materially withdrawn despite softer price action. For now, Bitcoin remains range-bound, with markets waiting for macro catalysts to determine the next decisive move. Ethereum traded lower alongside Bitcoin, reflecting broader risk-off conditions. Short-term technical pressure persists, though structural support levels remain intact. XRP showed relative resilience due to ETF-related dynamics, but also pulled back as traders locked in recent gains. Across altcoins, performance remains uneven. Elevated correlation with Bitcoin highlights that macro sentiment continues to dominate asset-specific narratives. Current market behavior reflects macro anticipation more than structural deterioration. With US CPI and labor data approaching, traders are limiting large directional exposure. Institutional flows remain selective rather than aggressive, suggesting strategic positioning at lower prices rather than broad risk expansion. Overall, price action faces short-term headwinds, while regulated capital flows indicate that long-term allocation remains cautiously active. To recap, Bitcoin is down roughly 3% and trading below key psychological levels. ETF inflows continue despite price weakness. Ethereum and most altcoins remain under pressure. And finally, upcoming macroeconomic data may act as the next directional catalyst. That's your crypto market update for today. Let us know what stood out to you and which levels you're watching. See you tomorrow.